Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. For the record, I am accepting cash and checks. See me right down here. On a serious note, I want to thank a few of my supporters, my mom and dad here. And also, my principal, all the way from Orlando, Florida, he flew in this morning just to see me. And all my many other supporters from Orlando. I'm gonna get right into my speech. The word AVID was a foreign language to me until my junior year of school at Edgewater High. I heard about it only because of my curiosity for the huge white binders that I saw a few students carrying around campus. Finally, I asked a classmate of mine, "What's up with your huge binder?" And she replied, "I'm an AVID." "You're in what?" I exclaimed. AVID, she enunciated each letter. Advancement via individual determination. It's a program for students that are in the academic middle and wish to attend a four-year college. She told me that AVID works to bring out the best in students and closes the achievement gap between the top and middle students. After that mouthful, I immediately dismissed all thoughts of the program. Because it didn't seem that it could possibly be for me. The thought of a boy who wasn't interested in school taking an academic elective sounded ridiculous. Months came and went, and I carried on in school without really being serious about test taking and studying. Besides that, I completely lacked proper study habits. But the reason for my placement into AVID is a story with an unexpected ending that may seem like fiction, but you know the old saying, life is stranger than fiction. The story begins one day as I'm hurrying to my 5th period class. I happened to bump into a student, and he turned around and wanted to fight me. So there was a big commotion. The noise and shouting made students take sides, and a brawl formed. But before anything got out of hand, administration stepped in and broke it all up. To make a long story short, the boy and I were both sent home on suspension for 5 days each for engaging in a physical altercation. Fortunate for me, my parents are great advocates. And when I told them what happened, they didn't agree with the school's decision, especially since I had never been in any trouble before. So they immediately scheduled a meeting with my principal, Mr. Robert Anderson. In the meeting, my parents explained my side of the story, and Mr. Anderson looked at my records, like previous standardized test scores and grades. And he discovered that I had a stay 9 of 9, which he said was rare and very good, but my grades didn't reflect that. And for all those reasons, Mr. Anderson felt that I would be an excellent candidate for the AVID program at my school. So he scheduled an observation for me to watch the AVID class to see if I would be interested in joining. When I entered the classroom that fateful day, the class was doing what they call tutorials, which were really cool because I discovered I could get help from my peers and the teacher in just about any subject I needed. After my observation, Miss Jessica Knapsinger, the AVID teacher, explained to me that AVID was for students like me who were in the academic middle, striving for four-year college eligibility. I was delighted to join and immediately changed my outlook on school and my future. Before I got into AVID, the main obstacles for me were the desire to come to school and caring about what I was doing in school. I was not always so ecstatic about waking up early in the morning just to come to school and learn. I just came to either see friends or get out of the house. The only preparation I made for school was carrying around one spiral notebook. However, it was never bent in my pocket like the other students who really didn't care. In this one measly little notebook, I would take sparse notes in some classes and write them on whichever page I flipped to. No form of organization. I wouldn't bother to study them either because I couldn't even understand my own notes, or find them for that matter, so they weren't beneficial. The situation kept spiraling downward until I got into AVID. AVID became a lifesaver for me. The note-taking skills, organizational binder practice, tutorial, study skills, and test-taking tips have all allowed me to begin dreaming of college and my future. Nevertheless, for a long time, college was an enigma that I couldn't seem to wrap my mind around, and I was most likely on a path straight for the workforce after high school, if I even made it that far. However, joining AVID changed my attitude. I realized that it would be more beneficial for me to go to college, earn a degree, and do something other than hard labor for the rest of my life. I'd be able to step up to a higher level of earning and make my parents and myself proud while setting a good example for my younger sister and brother. Without AVID and its principles of discipline, I wouldn't be as motivated to do better as I am now. To be successful in life is what my parents want for me above all else. Given that I am the first person in our household to get this far in school, my siblings and I are pushed heavily to travel down a different path in life than my parents. They don't want me to have to go through life without the most important tool for success, an education. My mother dropped out of high school, and my father was a farm boy in Jamaica. He didn't go to school because he had to help his grandfather on their farm. But the tools I've been given these past few months in my AVID class will carry me through high school, college, onto the career of my dreams, life, and the success my parents have always wished and hoped for me. Thank you.